One of the things that they taught me in the film studies class that I did was that nothing is in a movie by accident, right? And that both you and the makers of the film are collaborating on an interpretive viewing of the thing, right? There's no wrong answer for what happens in the film. However, right, I can disprove that because I can make up a completely different reading of this film that is supported by the text and would be unambiguously wrong. Namely, the fact that he goes into the office, calls himself a pussy for wanting things to change that never will, and the whole time he is wearing a shirt with the trans flag colors on it.
Now we're talking.
I mean, this movie is not about 9/11. It kind of is about being transgender.
It has to be about being transgender.
By the transitive property. That's not what transitive property is.
That's what we call it.
Also, there's even a scene where like he looks at a beautiful woman walking past in the office.
Yes.
And then like he's too much of a pussy to talk to her, but Chris Pratt, it's Uber Chad, chats to her and then like makes a misogynistic gesture behind her back as if like, damn, she's really hot.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? The trans reading of Wanted, which I'm going to elaborate here, is wrong. It is not the case. It's not true. However, I can make a well-supported argument for it, and I'm going to use that to explain why having a well-supported argument to make an interpretation of a movie doesn't mean you have to buy it, right?
Yeah.
I'm using this to teach you.
Yeah. This is modern day Siskel and Ebert, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Equip the audience.
I mean, if you want a film about how being stultified and psychically dulled by working in a cubicle makes you trans, you're looking for The Matrix. And I think the ways in which this appears trans are largely a product of it trying to imitate The Matrix.
Yeah, I guess also, this film is like The Matrix if it repressed.
The Matrix if the lesson was like, don't worry about it.
It's like 4chan The Matrix.
The Matrix
take the blue pill, man.
What if you just like stayed being a member? You got really toxic about it. You know,
it feels
you'd
like a
probably
lot of
feel
hassle.
more secure then.
Just go with the blue pill, really.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, worlds must collide now because the plot of the movie has to happen. So he goes to refill his anxiety meds.
Yeah. By the way, he walks out of the office and literally walks right past a Chad and Stacy couple. There's so much of this movie that anticipates incel shit.
So right.
Like, literally, it's like a guy who is hotter than him holding hands with a woman who is hotter than him, and he just kind of doesn't pay them any mind. And
Good.
It's like,
they should be together.
Yeah.
They're both hotter than him.
But this is the thing about doing this thing where it's like, this guy, he's a schlub and no one likes him. Bitch, you look like James McAvoy. So he goes into the pharmacy to collect his meds. The pharmacist is looking at him like, you will be back for estradiol in like 6 months. And as he looks around, we get a clocky Angelina Jolie jump scare where she's standing next to him at the counter being like, you know, you can get hormones on informed consent because this is America. You can just go to Planned Parenthood and do those. I will note that as they flee the scene, this guy shooting at them, one of the banners is, "Thank you for shopping at the egg store."
Come on.
Transgender film.
Yeah.
Supported by the text. Remarkably inefficient Society of Secret Assassins here.
She pulls up next to two guys who like look at her because she's Angelina Jolie in a Dodge Viper, and I guess this is intended to contrast Wesley's like sad repressor shit with the power of being AGP, but like
she's got the driving crooner shit on the windshield.
The Virgin Repressor versus the Chad AGP.
Actually, technically, Jolie in this would be Chad HSTS, but
that is true.
Yeah. Also, just for the trans bit, he says,
"Now I know why I could never care about anything before this. I was living a lie."
There you go.
Bro,
there you go.
It's like you weren't living a lie, man. He left week one of your life. Everything you've built was 100% authentic to
that was
you.
That was
like,
you.
Yeah.
You fucked this, man. You're not a particularly good fucking investment banker. Like, you don't know what you're doing. It's not that you've, like, lost sight of your, like, bloodline, you know? It's just that you've done a shit job of this.
Yeah.
And you need help.
What does this say about masculinity?
Too much. None of it's
don't
good.
do it. It's bad. It sucks.
Try transitioning. Give that a go.
Stop going on TTTT. It's not good for you.
AGP
go on
and
egg
HSTS
IRL
aren't
either, man.
real, you know.
Yeah,
just
all in your head.
yeah.
Go outside. Touch grass.